Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. Better late than never, but I am late. But thank you so much for checking into another episode of the Negro Jump podcast. That podcast is still called Negro Jump. Your host of the Negro Jump podcast, Jarrod Fortune. How's it going? How's your day? How's your night? How's your evening? How's your afternoon? How's your birthday? How's your mother, family, your dog, your cat, fish, lizard, your person, partner, employee, employer? I almost said managers, but managers, eh, no disrespect. Just to the job title itself, not the person behind the title. But besides that, how you doing? So I watched a bit of anime. Uh, Not too much news going on. Not too many headlines came across my timeline that were too critical. Besides the ongoing Sony case, just fully transitioning to being a subscription service wholeheartedly. So it's interesting turn of events. The PS6 will be unrecognizable, I will say. It will look like a Xbox concept, I'm predicting. Since they want to just since we're now just doing gaming PCs that are shelled to be next gen consoles. So until Nintendo comes out with the next new thing or we get Virtual Boy 2, so we'll see. But there was that. Then there was the GTA 6 leak by AKA what was it? Leaks. It was what's the dude's name? It was something leaks, but it's the vegetable. It was a pun. Of course, it was a pun. But he has a whole. Well, somebody made a YouTube. I'm not a YouTube, a TikTok account claiming to be him, and posted a video that I'm assuming went viral of the actual game being leaked, which has to be a very scary thing to do. I would say pretty scary thing to do to just get GTA 6. Be like, oh shit, it worked. And then out of nowhere, your phone just start ringing. It's fucking nerve wracking. But yeah, I guess he'll be institutionalized just like the last guy. Uh, Very dark thing to say, but hysterical at the same time. They got the power to do that. Like this dude is unfit. That he went out of his way to leak this game that we're trying to protect because we did put that much effort into it. I will say Rockstar has put themselves in a good corner as a corporation where you have a extremely good product, extremely good, well-rounded overall product that millions across the globe know of Grand Theft Auto. So shout out to Rockstar Games for taking a chance because GTA 3 was the beginning of change. Was like this is what we can really do with a video game. Vice City showed what you could do with story and then also just be different. Vice City definitely stands out. It might be my one because San Andreas was cool, but it felt too Sims like the PC game The Sims. Specifically, being that you had to keep up with your health, with uh, if you worked out, you had a physique. If you stopped working out, you lost a physique. You could get fat. Uh, if you walked a lot, which I saw this from my dad playing, shout out to Pops. his health bar was maxed out, which I didn't even know that was a thing that you could max out the health bar. So it was full blown RPG. It was Skyrim before Skyrim. Well, I can't say all of that. It wasn't that detailed. So no, I'm not gonna say Skyrim before Skyrim. How dare I? I'm not even an Elder Scrolls fan, so I'm stepping on my territory. But yes, Vice City was solid. That was one I had way more fun playing Vice City than San Andreas because of the whole mafioso thing going on. Rogue brought in Hitman, Tommy Vercetti. It just felt like a movie. Felt like an action movie. Well, not action movie, just like a crime movie. So we're going to talk about some anime. I've been debating what order I speak on this on because I only watched a few things. Because one, I did not realize that I was 5 episodes behind in One Piece, so I had to catch up. And as I'm catching up, I realized that new episodes of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War are actually out now. And I mean by new, as in we're at episode 4. So the first 3 episodes was shown in the movie that came out in the beginning of July, I believe, or May. I believe that was, but just got a quick recap. Episode 3, because I was nodding off. It's pretty sleepy in the movie theater, and the movie was good. It was good watching it on the big screen. I was just pretty tired. That's just me being an old man. But recap episode 3, and just caught up with it, and I was like, wow, this shit is nice. It's hidden. We'll talk about it in a second. But so let's start off with the one episode that I did watch that wasn't the entire series. I didn't do a binge. Prison Scholl live action adaptation, episode 9. Now this was something else on my watch list where I dozed off and it just played, and I just jumped right into it. I will go back and watch it. I mainly want to see the scene where they're trying to convince the principal of what it means to be an ass man, which is it's comedy. It's so fucking funny. Prison School is hilarious. It is that raunchy comedy. Yeah, people don't make stuff like that anymore. That's literally on some Revenge of the Nerds level, like perverted delinquentness. So, bravo to that creator of getting the live action adaptation. Live action adaptation does not fail the source at all one bit. From what I did watch the rest of this episode, it was the same energy that the anime gave. The characters were as depicted as they could, which made that even more funnier, to where the principal clearly isn't an old man. They just put a great mustache on this guy and gave him highlights. Like it was bravo. Highly recommend it. Go check out Prison School live action. Now, I'll go ahead and just go in the order of what I was more excited about when the big 3 was around and I was watching Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, which I believe they released in that order. No, Bleach was on Tuesday. Naruto was on Wednesday, I believe. But always excited to see Bleach and then One Piece back then. So we'll start with Bleach. And Bleach Thousand Year Blood War has not. It hasn't. I'm at a loss for words right now. AKA, I'm just rambling too much. Like I just got done watching it today, and it's hitting all the marks. I haven't really gone back to get a refresher of the manga. Because, like, nah, like, this is going, like, panel for panel, and we're getting extra footsteps. AKA a actual scenic view of Zaraki talking to Yarichi. No, not Yarichi. His lieutenant. I heard talking and saying, "You have to unlock my power." And it's like, oh, this is more clear now than assuming back then. Or maybe just me not remembering back then, because it was damn near 13 years ago Bleach ended. Respectfully, which it got to end it, which was really cool. But like I said earlier, I refreshed with episode 3, then went right to episode 4. I believe episode 5 was out. I think it was out. Or out right now currently. Let's find out. I signed up for Hulu again and everything. Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War, The Calamity. Let's see. Yeah, that was it. It's only 4 episodes out right now. Excuse me, 5. We got the confrontation. So I got another episode to watch. So hold on, we'll take a break. Now I'm playing. I'll watch that. I'll throw that in the list. But spoiler alert: we get Zaraki's Bankai, and it was beautifully done, well shown. Wasn't too hazy. So clear. So clear. And he was just giving anime Thor the business. Nice. Bravo adaptation. We get Hitsugaya's true Bankai form. Excuse me for that loud digestion of water. But we get his form, and we get the triple threat fight against the almighty Stern Rider, the almighty Viking. No matter how many times you kill him, he keeps being reborn and comes back stronger and stronger. And I believe they cut away and come back, and this dude is just massive at this point, like beyond Colossal Titan, Founder Titan level object being. So good time. This next episode, though, we got to figure out what's next. Because it was even throwing me off watching the movie when it was certain panels, like certain shots. Because after the movie, I think I mentioned it before, they did an interview with Tite Kubo and the director, and it was one other person. I forgot what his title was. Excuse me, but he was talking about like adapting certain scenes from the manga, making sure he was getting them right, and like guessing the work of Tite, and Tite confirming right there in front of him, like, yes, that's what I was going for. Like, that's what was happening. And one of the scenes they were speaking about adapting was when Orihime reached out to Ichigo mid-fight with Ywach, and he just looked back so calmly and attentive to her. Fellas, we should take notes. That was a power move Ichigo did right there. Power move. Study that. Study that scene that I'm talking about. I believe it was episode 3. Episode 3, season 4. That was in Blood War. They're fighting. He's already kind of banged up. And in that moment, she gets reminded that she's not here to help him. It's complete support. That's it. So complete back him up. Full time. Don't be in such a fret about him. He got it. This is substitute Soul Reaper Ichigo Kurosaki. He gonna figure it out every single time. So that was a really, really dope moment. Dope moment in this show. And they pointed that out, and watching it for a second time, I was like, oh wow, that does mean something. And of course that was another moment I completely forgot about. Of course, reading the source material like 13 years ago. But Bleach Alzine Blood War is not disappointing at all whatsoever. Just not. Next up. Oh, before I forget, here's the title of today's episode because I wrote this over the weekend, which is why this episode is late. There's been a crazy few weeks for me. Work kind of caught up. Been in transition with work. Not that this is going to stop, but I missed the episodes. There was only one episode that came out, and I just got busy with work, and so I made sure to just watch anime. And thankfully, I was behind on One Piece because I was excited again. But the title of the episode, thank God for notes to keep my rambling ass checked. Oh, man. So the way Ywach is animated with his power, it looks very, very itchy, like hair. He looks like hair off the barbershop floor. Specifically, he looks like that. Fuzzy, fluffy, stiff, coarse, all at the same time. He needs some deep conditioning, and then possibly some leave-in hair conditioner. Nothing grease-like. Only cream base. For my waivers out there, that's a really good method I use. I don't know what kind of hair I have, whether it's like 4C or whatever, but just a quick check-in with the black man, which is the listener of this podcast. Which I hope y'all are not on the whatever manosphere nonsense that goes on with social media, which I miss. I miss all of that. I miss that whole wave. Just being on Instagram and dealing with real life, real world performance stand-up shit. So, but I missed that whole red pill, blue pill. I only saw the Kevin Samuel clips. I just discovered Corey Holcomb. Been doing 5150, like all of that ish. I just got caught up recently, so. But yes, Ywach is a barbershop floor guy. How did I even get to talking about that? I don't even know where that ramble even came from. But we're gonna talk about One Piece next because we gotta wrap this up because I gotta go to sleep. I gotta catch the Z, not the Z's, but the Z's. Shout out to. I accidentally said a funny comedian's punchline. Oh my God. Subconsciously, I said it. That's funny. Shout out to Matt. Real funny guy. You get a haircut from him now. He also cuts hair. Watch 5 episodes of One Piece. That's what I did. I watched 5 episodes of One Piece. There's only a few things I'll binge, but I watched 5 episodes of One Piece, and man, this shit is heat. And we got the announcement that God Valley arc is happening next year as a movie, which is really cool. They following the wave of the young dudes. They using a punch-in method. They dropping 30 track albums from them. Like, they doing collabs. One Piece got a Nike collab coming out, a real one, not some Photoshop. Pre-AI. Those mock-ups have been around. Somebody's IP was stolen. Somebody's designs were stolen. Absolutely, they were. But those Air Maxes are cool. Shout out to Asia, the Asia exclusive Mara fruit. Man, if you don't know about the Nike collab, it's the Nike Air Max Plus. It's 3 colorways that are modeled because they actually have a pattern on there. It's not just painted, but it's like It's like a mold on it because the Air Max Plus already has like a wavy fabric plastic design. This is me on my sneakerhead tip. Wavy plastic overlay on like foam like mesh, like whatever the Nike like Pegasus, Nike Airflow, I think that's what it's called. Something like a slip on senior citizens will wear. Those slip on Adidas that you definitely see an aunt or uncle wear. The Burlington Coat Factory special. Like it's like it has straps but no laces, and on the straps it says like Adidas. So shoes like that. Orthopedic. But yes, watching one. I've rambled again for nothing. But oh yeah, the Nike sneakers. That's what I was talking about. There's 3 models, 3 devil fruits. You get Luffy's Nika Nika fruit. You get Law's Op fruit, and then Ace's. I don't know who Sabo. He's renting the fruit. Ace's Marimara fruit. Those 3 colorways. The hardest to me is the Marimara fruit. It has that fiery sun kissed orangish like red, like a very light blood orange. Not blood orange. Excuse me. No, not like grapefruit color, but I really like it. And then the sock liner is this teal color from the stem. So the other ones are cool, but I think the best seller is going to be the Law Op fruit because it's that deep velvety like red. It's just very sweet shoe, and then the patterns on the shoe match the patterns on the fruit. So Luffy's got the little spirals and the flames for the mirror, and then like the heart squiggly lines for the Op fruit. It's coming out in September. They drop in September. I think it's like mid to late September. US will only have access to the Op fruit and the Nika Nika fruit. So Luffy and Law's fruit. We will only have access to those. As I mentioned earlier, Marimara fruit, Flame fruit is a Asia exclusive. So those will be hitting the market for hundreds of dollars. I see that in the future. But yes, One Piece is getting so many different collabs. Who knows if the NFL will do an anime collab? If NHL does hockey collab, hopefully it's whenever Shonen Jump decides to animate. They want to animate Dog's Red, which is a sports manga. Highly recommend to any sports anime and sports manga fans. It's a ice hockey anime. Figure skater with an attitude turned hockey player. So, your classic 90s sports team teen movie. So, the delinquent turned town hero. That's what it feels like it's turned into. But I like it. It's drawn pretty cool. It has a charm. It has its own humor to it. It's pretty solid. But yes, if they get to animate that, they collab with the NHL because I don't see One Piece collabing with NHL. They've already done NBA and they've done baseball as well. They got Netflix. They got Lego. Oh yeah, the Nike collab also doesn't stop at sneakers. It's a whole apparel section too. So I've only seen the t-shirts. If they got shorts, I'll check them out. But paying anything above $50 for some shorts, shit gonna kill me. I already know it. But on to the anime. Watch 4 episodes. Despite everybody warning Luffy still decided to go free Loki. To which, of course, the last line of defense, second mate Zoro, was like, "You sure you want to do this?" Everybody says he's a terrible person. He killed his father. They say he will destroy everything if we set him free. And Luffy just being hard headed. The Taurus he is. Luffy's a Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. Monkey D. Luffy is a May Taurus. Probably why I like the little nigga so much. Let's see. I'm on a wiki right now. Date of birth. May 5th. Little nigga Taurus. Children's Day. Let me make sure on a. But yeah, he's turned into the problem in the show. I noticed that. That's why I'm liking the maturity of the storytelling now with One Piece, where they're not the same kids from 20 years ago. These are the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy is a whole emperor with the power of a god. And he's doing whatever he wants now confidently. And he's getting shit done. He took on the left hand, Roger's left hand man. Gavin, the mountain eater. The dude that he has a son. He got a giant pregnant. That's a wild feat. He just hang out with the giants. That's how strong he is. And he, without hesitation in his old age, was ready to fuck up Zoro and Luffy. But once he seen how serious they was, he was just like, I ain't doing this shit. So, shout out to Gavin. That makes you curious of how crazy strong is Rayleigh. Because his craziest feat beyond showing his hockey was when he swam across the calm belt to Boa Hancock's island, which was wild. Wild old man shit. But these 5 episodes were great to see, animation wise, as something I never paid attention to until somebody said it. Pacing wise, power creep, all of this nonsense. Like, it just is what it is. If you didn't understand, once we entered Wano, that One Piece is now in its Z phase, that it's that, like, from here on out, niggas gonna be flying around, colors gonna be going all over the place. You're going to hear key blasts firing off, projectiles from every kind of limb, weapon, inanimate object. Like, nothing is off or on the table. It don't matter, especially once hockey got introduced. Once they showed that the man as lava actually can be touched by somebody with hockey. Like, it doesn't have to be a matchup of natural forces. You don't have to be Luffy matched up against Eneru. You could just, well, in that case, yeah, you do, because Eneru could still just fry your ass, but at least you can rock off on him being that strong of a person. Only speaking of the higher ups that they're meeting in the new world now, that once you show you got some hockey, like, you can actually stick around. So it's cool, man. These five episodes were nice. They freed Loki, seeing he was dangerously wounded, but without hesitation, he got up and swung that big ass hammer. If you haven't seen it, I'm about to just spoil. He swung this crazy big hammer that caused a fire, and like the charge up swing to it caught everybody off guard. Where it's like, yo, this nigga is wildin'. And he's like, yo, if y'all don't unlock the other shackle, like, Nobody's gonna be able to stop me. He's like, 'cause I'm gonna do it. So this dude is clearly that guy, that every bit of what they said he is. He was proving everybody right. Swings the hammer, hits the giant tree that is Elbath, causes a fire. Then where the fire is, you got kids walking to the flame. Why? Because you have these royal knights using this dark ass twisted magic. All these characters, man, and I really mean characters. When y'all see when this part of the show gets a live action adaptation, and we looking at all kinds of actors and personalities playing One Piece characters, insane, in fucking insane. Out of nowhere, you actually get an Adam Sandler as Kizaru. That'd be insane. Who would be Garp? Who would be Monkey D. Garp? I know who could be Dragon. It would be my man that was Han Solo's son and the white dude from Black Klansman. It was like Adam something. He could be Dragon. And then Garp. Oh, well, Arnold by that time. Well, that's perfect age because Garp is old as shit. If Arnold Schwarzenegger is up to it, him as Monkey D. Garp would be nice. But like next up, who else would that be? So many people you can cast though, man. So many people. Shit, I almost said Julia Roberts. Michael Myers. Damn. What's shorty name? Freaky Friday. Jamie Lee Curtis. She said she's a fan of One Piece. And I thought she was going to play Dr. Harlock. Well, not Harlock. That was the doctor. But I'm talking about Doctor. I'm talking about Doctorine. But we got Peg Bunny playing her. Only many more cameos to come though. But just got these royal knights now. Now these are people I need to know. These are the bad guys that also showed up when the Straw Hats got there. What a coinky like what like how about their luck? But being in this situation so much, again, paying attention to these small details with the story writing now. Where we're not going to just keep doing the same shit over and over again. We're going to express things because we got somewhere to be. It's been 20 years, right? And one of these details being when the fire's happening and pandemonium is going on, and then once word gets back to the actual giants that there are two humans out there hurting people and causing the disruption, and they were like, is it the Straw Hats? They were like, no, it is not the Straw Hats. He was like, make sure when you put the word out, you let them know that it's two human intruders that are here that are not associated at all whatsoever with the Straw Hats. So off rip is like anybody else that's not them. If you're not a sun god, three-sworded samurai, perverted cook, archaeologist, navigator, cyborg, shipwright, mermaid helmsman, reindeer doctor, musical skeleton. If you're not one of those things, that's a human. That's from the human world. Beat it, beat it, beat it, punk. Get out of here. But good times, good times for the Straw Hats, just so they can get done what they want to get done. Flashback to Loki. He's like, I'll fire off another swing if you don't unlock me right now. This time, they call this bluff. More people are there to witness this while it's kind of too late. I had to backtrack. So when he does the first swing, his brother Harjin, who is the giant from Dressrosa arc, that is in a Straw Hat fleet now. He is the half brother of Loki, who is the supposed antagonist of the arc, or to saying the non redeeming character of the arc. So it's so intertwined. It's like I've been through this before, but it's like, nah, this one is a little bit more emotional because it's like brotherly shit. There was a whole moment where Harjin was going to try to kill him, but let me get back to what I was saying. So Harjin gets there with the other new age giant pirates along with Sanji, and they like, yo, what is going on? This nigga wilding. Harjin was about to fold. It was like, nah, don't fold. So he swings it, threatens to swing it again. Then Luffy pulls up on him. Then Zoro's like, remember, don't actually punch him. And then Luffy hysterically does a move called uh, balloon hand. So all he does is just inflate his skin, I guess, and then just taps him. He doesn't even smack him, just taps him in the face. And Loki just falls because he was exhausted. He was jumped by these Royal Knights several episodes ago. If you're not watching the Elbaf arc, he was chained up to a tree, to a sea prism tree, and I said sea prism tree. He was chained up to a giant tree that with sea prism cuffs, and was attacked by people. Where he was like impaled in the stomach, and he was pretty much bleeding out. So he falls out. They decide to heal him up after Luffy begs them. Even after it was like, if he just stays alive, people want to try to just kill him, right? He was like, so what? So they decided to do that, and that was like his brother saying that. That was Harjin saying that, and now he's having flashbacks and being like, this dude was a piece of shit to me. He didn't like me at all, and he killed my father, and he was really about to kill him right then. I was like, yo, this is so real. But it's awesome, the scale of it that's happening. Because you got the humans that are there interacting with these giants who are trying to stop the murder of this giant who, let me mention this, is Or's size. So he's the size of Or's, who's parading on a giant pirate ship. So this motherfucker is tall. And then it has like these giant horns too. So it's crazy. They even showed a flashback with Loki where he was trying to get in with the Rock's pirates. That whole flashback. I believe whoever the captain. I don't think it was John Rocks, but it was the other guy. He had fucking he fucking stabbed Loki. He stabbed Kid Loki all those years ago. And Whitebeard was there too. It was one of those just like he was there. He was there. He was talking about being born in the wrong age of pirates, or just in a world. So already we getting layers, but this is 19 episodes into a 26 episode season, I believe. Until we just go on break again until spring. Let's see. Schedule. The episodes were good. The animation was good. The story's moving right along. Shout out to Saul. He was the highlight of this binge on One Piece. Saul being the fuzzy giant that looks like a Muppet, the childhood friend of Robin. They were able to reunite with one another once she found out he was still alive. Once we all found out that he's actually survived the massacre in O'Hara, and he actually preserved all of those books. He managed to save most of them, and they're kept in the library of Elbaf. But he pulled up when a monster started attacking the school, And my nigga hit one of the best anime moves ever. He said, "Oh my god!" This motherfucker jumped in the air, hit the ornament hockey, and this is like a giant snake, mind you. And he says, "Midterm." I was like, "Hold up!" I had to rewind it. I was like, "Midterm." He says, "Midterm X slam." I'm nodding my head aggressively. Midterm X slam. Holy cow. So simple, so goofy, so stupid, so perfect. Midterm X, a simple punch to the noggin. It was like, this dude is a teacher. What a way to just draw that into somebody's moveset. Bravo. Bravo, Achiro Oda. Whoever's around him, whoever threw that idea out, whether it was him or it came from his publisher or whoever. Bravo, man. Man. Like when I tell you that was the highlight, not low key swinging the hammer, not things like really ramping up. It was no midterm X Slam. I was like, hell fucking yeah! Like every time I say I'm done with this show, shit like that happens. Bravo, man. And then how do we end? They stopped the kids. So here's the thing with the kids. They figured out that the monsters were nightmares from the kids. They did this with a flashback where the teacher did a activity with them where she said draw out your fears. Like what are you scared of? And they drew monsters of like Norse mythology, so like a giant snake, giant wolf, like a giant skeleton Viking. Somebody drew sun god Nika. They said they were scared of him because in Elbath history, Nika is seen in multiple ways. So he's not just seen as someone that helps and dances and liberates. Some people see him as a bringer of destruction. So, and cartoonishly enough, that's right up his alley because that motherfucker is goofy. So, shout out Luffy. Shout out Nika. Nika. What was that? What was I talking about? Talking about Sun God Nika. I was talking about Elbath. What else happened at Elbath? With the kids. So the monster came alive. Saul hit him with the midterm X slam. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. It's been late. Schedules all up. My sleep schedule's been up and down. I was up all day, hazy. Smoking, of course. We can't always blame it on the weed. You got to take responsibility after a while. But yes. So monsters were attacking. The monsters were the kids' nightmares that they drew in the class. The teacher recognized that. She was like, "We did that shit weeks ago." And the monsters were coming out. Meanwhile, while the monsters were alive and attacking people, the kids were sleepwalking, like full blown sleepwalking, snot bubbles, inhaling, exhaling, as the kids are snoring. The people that try to stop the kids physically touching them receive puncturing wounds on their hands. These are giants trying to grab them, and what they don't know is that these royal knights have one of them have a power of like thorns, and there are invisible thorns wrapped around each kid. Saul gets the idea after touching the kids, and we figure this out to stop the kids by pushing them with the object, by moving a wall in front of them. And then the kids end up getting scratched by each other's thorns. He's like, well, fuck, we just can't do anything. And right as all hope is lost, as they're literally stepping into the flames, guess who was in a cloud? Guess who was in a cloud grabbing the water and doing a judo overthrow? Motherfucking first son of the sea, Jinbei. This nigga is in a cloud. He was like, "That's water, right?" Come on, man. Shout out to another creator, another writer that wrote himself into a very, very good corner to be in with his own work. I got pieces everywhere. The minute you get confused, you're like, hold up, who is here? Like, hold up, who? Who all is in Elbaf? Is Luffy? It's Luffy, right? It's like, hold on, who's the Straw Hats? It's Luffy, Zoro. They down there. Sanji down there. Who else down there? I think that's all that's down there. Then who else is on the ship? We had it was Usopp. He can't do shit. Then he was like, "This is Brook." He was like, "Brook ain't that strong. He ain't sure that he that strong." And Robin can't do nothing with flames, and it's not enough. It's not enough artificial clouds. Nami could bring out take out that fire, and I believe she's down below with Luffy. Yeah, she's down below with Luffy and them. And then it's like, who else could it be? And then it's this nigga grabbing water, doing a judo throw. In one motion, he puts out the flames, and now the kids are safe. And that was the episode. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to Shannon Mac, who is on a plane right now as we speak. Folks, he is on his way to the motherland, to Japan. He's been laying low. We're gonna let him recharge this month, get ready for Japan, come back, and then just yap his head off until his heart content. So, guys, that's enough of me rambling. Thank y'all so much for letting me do that. It went too goddamn long with this one. This should have ended like 20 minutes ago. But we stuck in there. It was some good rambles in there, but I felt really, really good about watching One Piece again. It just felt good. Everything looks good. The story's going good. The announcements back to back going good. Like this transition into 20-something episodes is going good. So let's see. We get an episode, so we got 5 more episodes. Well, I guess 6 more, yeah. 26 episodes. 26 episodes. Holy shit. 26 episodes. Last episode coming out September 27th. Talking to my brother about this, a new One Piece fan, aka I go on YouTube and watch somebody talk about the new manga chapters instead of just watching and putting it in the background. But I understand it's a lot of episodes and it's a lot of chapters out now. But just hop into it, bro. Hop in to it. You gotta just watch it. But he was questioning that we'll be finishing quicker than everybody thinks. And I was like, I think so. With the God Valley thing either just happening or is happening. And then now they're doing a movie to express all of that. Bravo, it's your order. I appreciate you. Follow Negro Jump at Negro Jump on any platform that you're on. Please rate, subscribe this podcast. Leave a comment for your concerns. Send an email. Send a script. Send a DM. Send a recommendation. That's about it. Don't send anything more. More than that, P.O. Box coming soon in about 20 years. That was cool having a P.O. Box and actually getting merch from fans. That was nice. That was really, really nice. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. Shout out to the fans. And yeah, y'all be good, bro. Stay easy, stay beautiful. We're gonna keep doing Negro Jump. The video footage will definitely be coming soon. It'll come back soon. Just need to get a proper place set up. Even though I do have my own place, I'm not looking forward to living in a studio, but we'll see how that goes. But anywho, I've been Jarrod Fortune, aka Mongoose Typhoon. You have a great rest of your day.